My brother had an idea to gather our friends in Montana to bike for 4 days straight. This is the story of our adventure, and that is my brother Austin. The journey kicked off in 2 white Tacomas, packed to the brim with bikes and gear. Mason and I in one truck, and my brother and my dad in another. We drove from coastal California to Whitefish, Montana. That's 1,200 miles in just 2 days. Along the way, we took plenty of pee stops to break up the monotonous time behind the wheel. Meanwhile, Maggie, Noah, and Andrew took the easy route and flew into Montana. Mason and I picked up Andrew from his flight and experienced the longest hour of our lives while waiting for Costco to cook us a full-size pizza. After our worthwhile but unexpected delay, we hit the road for the last stretch to Whitefish, Montana. Before we dive any deeper, let's meet the crew. Our group consisted of Austin, the lead navigator, Mark, the wise elder, Maggie, the midnight deer, Andrew, the stylish mechanic, Noah, the smooth sailor, Mason, the aerodynamic sloth, and finally me, the snackaholic. On day 1, our route was simple, to bike from Whitefish to Bowman Lake, covering 57 miles with 4,500 feet of elevation. We started with a slow morning, prepped our bikes at the Whitefish train station, and started pedaling as a group. But within the first block, both Austin and I encountered some mechanical issues. After a bit of elbow grease, we were officially en route.
We don't know, Grego, where'd you go? You know that we don't know. Where'd you go, Grego? Grego, where'd you go? Wherever did you go? You know, I know that you don't know. Where'd you go, Grego? Grego! Oh, where'd you go, man? Where'd you go? Port Angel, Lamington Plateau. What a tick-tack. Wait a minute now, any minute now.
While cruising down a nice descent, the most valuable item launched from Mason's bike, his Sony camera. Unfortunately, the lens was destroyed, and with no backup, his camera body was useless for the rest of the trip. With most of our mileage and elevation behind us, we arrived at Polkridge, the only town on the first day's route. We fueled with well-deserved burgers and huckleberry desserts before continuing north to Bowman Lake. We entered Glacier National Park and were greeted with mind-blowing views of Bowman Lake. After rinsing our dirty selves in the water, we cooked some freeze-dried meals and immediately passed out after a hard day's work. All of us enjoyed a nice morning at Bowman Lake before tackling the 46 miles and 3,500 feet of elevation in front of us. Mason, Austin, and I decided to venture on a side quest, to climb up to a fire lookout. While we 3 biked uphill, Mark, Maggie, Noah, and Andrew were tasked with finding camp for the night. With the panoramic views around us, it was needless to say, our extra climb was worth the effort. At what felt like just another water stop, Austin, Mason, and I paused at a river to fill up our bottles. Out of the corner of Mason's eye, Andrew was walking in the distance. We had unintentionally found the campsite. Rather than using the road entrance, we walked down the river to surprise the group. On the morning of day 3, we woke up with Mason's bike tipped over and all of our gear splayed around the campsite. 2 deer had rummaged through our camp and chewed through all of our sweaty things: bibs, shirts, gloves, helmet padding, and heart rate monitors. Without padding in most of our helmets, we started the day's work, with 51 miles and 3,000 feet of elevation to cover, but not without a few more hiccups. On the first descent of the day, Andrew, my dad, and I all managed to get flat tires within a half mile of each other. Shout out to Andrew for doing all the hard work while Mark and I swatted away the pesky insects. 45 minutes later, we were back on the road. We finally arrived in the town of Eureka and were blessed to find a quirky burger joint. Mark, the ambitious one in the group, ordered a burger with huckleberry ice cream and proved to us that we made the wrong decision. After consuming necessary calories, we continued our ride to Dickey Lake. We biked around the campsite, but realized all the sites were either reserved or single occupancy. Luckily, we were at the right place at the right time. Some lady, who heard us conversing, booked 2 campsites and gave us one of hers for the night. It was a pleasant turn of events from the beginning of the day. Day 4 was the shortest and flattest day. We had 46 miles and 2,000 feet of elevation to Whitefish. It was also the most tranquil start of the day, as we cruised on a shaded path along the crystal clear waters of Dickey Lake. In an attempt to avoid the main highway, we hunted the dirt roads that followed beneath the power lines. This wasn't a popular move because we ended up in a steep hike-a-bike section. Wondering if there was a better route, Austin, our trusty navigator, biked back to check the fork in the road we passed. While he was doing the hard work, it gave Mason and I some time to dance in the sunshine. Once Austin was finally back, he confirmed that we should press on, and so we did, biking through some bumpy, loose gravel. After stopping at another gorgeous lake, we powered through the rest of the bike ride to Whitefish, only losing 1 water bottle and 1 sandal along the way. We were in the home stretch and eager to make it to the finish line. Once we arrived at the train station, we dusted off and walked downtown for a celebratory meal. Overall, it was a glorious 4 days, seeing new terrain, pushing each other on our bikes, and inspiring me to plan some more bikepacking adventures in the future.